Hi everyone. I think the lighting is going to be kind of funky for this week, but I wanted to get my camera on an angle so that you could see the bookcase as I'm working. This is what we're dealing with. I am going to first just take everything out and start seeing what I want to put back in. I think it's just going to be complicated to leave stuff in there. So much like I did with the linen closet, everything's going to come out and then we're going to reassess. But here goes nothing. Let's go. Slow Fashion Friday. Here we come. Back when I was a teacher, how cute. Paper mache, the kids did when they were little. Also, I kind of want to time myself. It's 2:51. I probably started at 2:45 just to see how long it takes to get everything out of the shelves. This one I know is going to be a keep because my husband's grandmother gave this to him. I know when she died, this was like the one thing, Anthony, what is my husband's name? The one thing Jay wanted. Self-portrait of Angelina. So these are Lego structures. This is the Leaning Tower of Pisa. This looks like Big Ben. I don't know. I feel like Jay will probably want to sell these, but I don't know if we have all the packaging for them. Oh my gosh, I'm almost there. I'm down to 2 more shelves. Phase 1 is complete. I got them all. Got a book that was hiding lumps. Lumpy found a cute little spot over here near the photo albums, which I think is so sweet. He's resting. All right, we are empty. Oh my goodness, this is nuts. All right, I just got Jay to bring him down and show him exactly what we're dealing with. Honey, this has to be 1,000 books. How's the pumpkin bread?
Pumpkin bread's awesome. This, on the other hand, this is pretty overwhelming. Holy cow.
That is an understatement. There was one shelf I counted 50 books. So if we multiply that by the amount of shelves, that's a lot of books, Daddy. Yeah. Don't laugh. Nope, not funny, Lumps.
I can't believe we took them all out of the shelves.
That's the way
Very
you gotta
brave. Wow.
That's how I did it for the
really?
linen closet too. But I think this is your section, more or less.
So you're saying, Jay, get to work? Is that what this really is?
I'm just curious what means a lot to you and what you want to keep. I don't think
I love my books. These all mean a lot to me.
I know. I don't think I can decide on those. Like this is a U book. Schultz and Peanuts, Shadows of the Wind, 7 Habits of Highly Effective People.
You show all my good responsible books. I love it. You're hired.
Yeah. What do you think? Show me like 3 books you definitely want and 3 books you can definitely part with.
Oh, gosh.
I'm just genuinely curious.
Oh,
you know, I know this one's special. This was Grammy's William Shakespeare.
Well, there's so many books here, so that's really easy. I love all these classics. I don't want to get rid of those.
Okay, which ones are those?
You got some Greek myths. You got a good little classic collection over there. Those I don't want to get rid of. I like those.
Huck Finn. Do you want Odyssey?
I want Odyssey.
Do you want those 2 Homer?
Walden, Huck Finn, Frankenstein, Red Badge of Courage. Master of the Mohicans. This is good stuff.
Do you remember this? Let's Go USA. That's when we decided to move to California. Well, that's 1994. Yeah, I think that was the version.
That is.
On the beach.
Some of these other books, we should donate those. Some of these ones over here, I'm the less attached to.
That's not helpful. Which one? Which ones?
Like Dan Brown. This was a great book, but that's fine.
Oh, is that the first one in the donate pile? Give it to me.
That's the first one.
That's exciting.
Careful Meaning, another great book.
Angels
okay.
Oh, here we go. Here we go. Wait, let me put down
great
Grammy's book.
You can do that too.
Wait, time out. What was this?
Someone else will discover these books and read them. That's the beauty of it.
Okay. On a Pale Horse. Never heard of it.
It's great.
Jay's the reader, not me.
All right, I've got 3. Am I off the hook?
5 more.
Oh my God. That's what we call a bait and switch here. Come on. I didn't even finish my pumpkin bread.
All right, 5 more, and then I'll let you go.
Can I do it off camera? Do I have to do this live?
Yep, live.
Oh, jeez. I'll keep going with the
What
Dan
about
Brown.
this series? You probably want the Hobbit.
Primary colors, Dan Brown. Now you can do these.
Okay, I'll take them.
I'm keeping Dune. I like Dune.
What about that Steinbeck book?
The Pearl? You can do the Pearl. You can do the Tower of Pooh.
Tower of Pooh.
Wow.
Going away.
Don't know much about history. That didn't help. I still don't know much about history. You can take that.
You're cute on camera, honey.
Yeah, I want to keep all the Salinger. So keep
Lumpy clearly wants everything.
Yeah, he does.
Okay, Salinger
What
we're
am I up
keeping.
to?
What about Guitar for Dummies?
Yeah, keep that.
Okay, what about Play Winning Chess? What about this chess series over here?
Long way down. You can take this. This is a...
Okay, look at this, everybody.
The chess, keep that. My chess game needs a lot of help. So
Okay.
get rid of any chess books.
Okay.
Ulysses. I guess you can donate this.
Okay, give it to me.
That's 5, right?
Yeah, you're
Oh,
good.
all
Okay,
right.
that is a beginning. You're
Thanks,
kicking it
look at
off
that.
for me, love.
What are you paying the actors?
I wish this was acting, but sadly, this is real life. This is real life. All right. We have the first of our donates. I'm so happy. Where are we going to put them? All right. I need to find a home for these. I need a really big box, honey.
I love these Cliffs Complete. Can't get rid of these. You got to keep them.
All right. This is Jay's shelf. He's doing really good. Jay makes really quick decisions. He is not the problem. I'm the problem. It's me. So all the classics. Well, you look like such a scholar, Jay. I'm going to keep American Girl books and 3rd grade reading level things. Lumpy's over there with the donate book pile. What are all these? Donate?
These are all donate.
What do you have in there?
Oh, put them over here. You can go through them if you like.
Okay. Disney's Yearbook, 1983. That's fun. All right, we'll keep that. Put that over here. This is the book Angie likes. Is this the one with the ribbons? Yes. It's a rainbow book, and each page adds a ribbon. That's so sweet. That's the one she said when I asked her today. So cute.
My Frazzinone guide. This is the phone book when I went to Italy when I was young.
Oh, that's cool. Oh, look at this old Scarlet Letter, Jay. That's a good one. You want that?
Sure.
Okay. What's this? Pictures of Dorian Gray. I know you love that book. You donating the Italian?
Yes.
Okay, that's bulky. When I was a young mom, I bought a set of books from a traveling salesman. You want to tell the story, Jay?
No, go ahead. Go ahead.
And it was called like the Tell Me Why series. And they came over and I had little kids. And are these the books? Are these the Tell Me Whys? Yeah, Ask Me Why. Ask me why. Which animal eats with its tail? Ask me why. And Jay used to say, what'd you say, honey?
Ask me why you spend so much money on these books.
We were like broke. And I'm like, honey, I bought all these books for the kids. They're going to love them. Lumpy, what are you doing? But look at honey. It's been 25 years. We still have them. That was a good investment. Ask me why which reptile does a vanishing trick. We cannot get rid of those.
Just because it's a fun joke, why would we stop now?
What about Griffin and Sabine? Do you remember
Yeah,
these?
I gotta keep those.
All right.
I'm dying to get rid of it, but I'm probably never gonna look at it.
Are you supervising all of this, Lumpy? Are you overseeing the book haul? Do not jump down, young man. What are your thoughts on like the kids' books?
You gotta keep Angelina Ballerina.
Obviously, right?
Yes, you gotta keep like Where the Wild Things Are. That's a good one. You gotta keep. Angie said it. Once Upon a Cool Motorcycle Dude. That's awesome.
I have not seen Once Upon a
Goodnight
Cool
Moon,
Motorcycle
I love
Dude.
that one. Some of these you gotta keep. Some of the Seuss, you gotta keep those.
The what?
The Seuss, the Dr. Seuss.
Oh, Dr.
books.
Seuss, yes.
The Shadow books, you gotta keep those.
Oh, I love the shadow books. Where are they?
They're around, right there. But I mean, a lot of the
yeah.
other ones I think you can get rid of.
These are so nice. We loved these. Okay, these are such great ones.
Hop on Pop, you gotta keep that. All the Dr. Seuss I would probably keep. ABC, we love that.
So what about everything left here, honey? You want to keep all these?
I haven't gone through those yet, but for now I would assume keep.
See, now this is another version of the Scarlet Letter. On the Road, Jack Kerouac. I know you love this.
I would say quit picking on my books and do some work on these books.
Well, when you leave the room, I'm going to have to do all that work. So I'm just doing what I have while you're here.
Likely story.
He's a tough critic. Love me once, love me twice. Love me chicken soup with rice. That's a keeper. I have so many different versions of Harry Potter. I think I'm going to donate this one because it has no jacket. Most of the other ones do. Aw, Painted Ladies in San Francisco. Oh, this was Angie's Dancers Among Us. It's a cool one. I don't know if she'll want it. Ultimate Guide to American Girl. In a dark, dark room. I think we can get rid of that. And this. And this.
These are all ones I would recommend for getting rid of.
Let me see. Okay. This I can get rid of. Father Bear, Little Bear. I don't think we were really into those. No more homework.
Don't get rid of any Scooby-Doo.
Okay. Oh, what about My Father's Dragon? Was that anything?
You can get away with that one.
Pocket Scientist, I'm going to get rid of. Ooh, Beauty and the Beast. I think we bought this in Disney. This is a cool version. Story of Ireland, we can get rid of. Pokemon.
Hey, flying dragons. We must have given this to the kids. They never built it. I might build this now.
Have fun. My Brother and. Aw. Gotta keep that. Iron Man. These are all Rocco books. All these like little ones. Okay, but I think we can donate these. What about this Walt Disney book, Jay?
I'll keep it.
Okay, we'll keep that. Chicken soup. Andrew Clements was big with my kids. Oh, I loved Madonna's books. Her English Roses. Those are cute. Death of a Salesman. I feel like you must have a lot of versions of this.
I can keep it.
You want to keep it? Okay. Where's my keep pile? I guess right here.
This is a get rid of pile I'm building.
Ooh. Ooh, you're partnering with Escape the Room.
You know, it's a one-time play. We've already played it.
Oh, okay. Tale of Peter Rabbit. Oh, you know what? Kim Giswaldi. Kim from the Bins. You all know and love her. She is going to be a grandmother. Oh my gosh. I'm going to have to give a bunch of these to her. I will get some of the board books for her. This is just a really pretty version of this.
All right, I got you going.
All right, thank you so much. You were so helpful. You really was. Got the ball rolling. Skylanders, Madeline. Bus Route to Boston, cute, Curious George. Grateful Dead comics. I wonder if he wants that. All right, I'm on my own now. Oh no. He left me alone with all of these books. We got a lot of books to go through. Daddy was very helpful. All right, back to work. So these are some keepers. The only duplicate I have is this original book, Angelina Ballerina. But then it's Star of the Show, Angelina's Birthday, Angelina and Alice, at the fair, on stage. We had every single one. Ice Skates, Princess, Angelina's Halloween, Angelina's Christmas, An Invitation to the Ballet. So those are all the hard-covered books. Where the Wild Things Are was a Tata staple. This book's falling apart, which means we probably used it quite a bit. This is the type of book I would get rid of, Angelina and the Rag Doll. It doesn't like fit in. This was probably like a Scholastic book one, or Angelina Ballerina's Christmas Crafts. I can let go of that. That's going to go. These are some things. These are Annie Sloan books that I bought when I was big into chalk painting. I don't know if these are worth anything. I can always take a peek. I am going to run comps before I donate a couple things. Ballerina Belle. This is really cute. Angelina's middle name is Belle. But I don't know that she was ever really attached to this book, so I think we can get rid of that. This Harry Potter, I don't know, maybe we'll keep. These are some of the American Girl books. I think I'm going to lot these up. I'm definitely selling a bunch of them, but some of these I will lot. These ones are interesting because these are very expensive. You know, all these like pop-up books, but you know, once they run their course or inevitably something gets bent and then it loses its value. But the kids loved these kind of books when they were little. And plus they're holiday. It would be really nice if we had like little ones in our family, but even our nieces are getting older. Oh my gosh, the Christmas tree lights up. Come on. The joys of Christmas. This, I think we can get rid of. Caps for sale, we will donate. Okay, I used to have a Garfield collection. These are from when I was a little girl. I don't know if these are worth anything, but I loved Garfield. And I had about, I don't know, maybe 3 or 4 of his treasuries. We also have a bunch of Calvin and Hobbes, so I might just look into those. This Jerry Seinfeld Halloween is really funny. We loved that. Stranger in the Woods. This is beautiful, but I think I'm going to let this go. King of Pizza. That was a favorite. The House That Jack Built. You know what I think I'm going to do? My friend Marguerite, one of my best friends, is a grandmother. No David. We loved No David. That's going to stay. I'm going to have her come over here and just take whatever she wants. And also Kim. I'm going to give her first dibs. Oh, Princess Petal. This must have been a little series I had. Pink Princess Cookbook. I can get rid of that. Get rid of this one. 5-Minute Goodnight Stories. I think this was from my mom. Yeah. February 99 to our firstborn grandchild. May you always know how much you're loved. Sweet dreams, Nunu and Meme. Gotta keep that one. Yeah, so I'm going to continue with this. I have all the Fancy Nancy books. Like, these are ones that Angelina wasn't necessarily attached to, but would they bring me some money? Like Purplicious and Pinkalicious, like all those. Tales of Robin Hood, we can get rid of that. Eric Carle, great book, but it wasn't like we were really into it. This Stephen King book. Two Dead Girls, that sounds awful. Founding Fathers, get rid of that. We do have a fair amount of Disney stuff. I don't know if Jay's going to want to keep this stuff. I mean, we can definitely hold on to that. Some of these things, like 3rd grade, this was Angie's 3rd grade class, you know, poetry and things like that. Oh, that was Ange right there. Little Angie. Oh, this is when we went to see the Rockettes. I mean, really beautiful, fun, but I don't think Angie will miss that. See, these are all little collectible things from Disney. This is a whole little Disney section. I just might revisit that. Oh, I know what this is. Jay used to get D23, this magazine from Disney, and I know he's gone through them once before, and we got rid of a bunch, but these seem to make the cut. I don't know if he'll want them again. All right, I'm going to keep adding to my pile of donates. Oh my gosh, Lumpy, you are so damn cute. These are all little personalized books. Like this was from Angelina's 5th birthday. Oh, this is so cute. So this obviously we'll keep. It's because it's kind of like a photo album. Picture me as cute as can be. That's Anthony as a bunny, as a chickadee, as a teddy bear. And then these were both gifted to the kids. This is a Scooby-Doo book about Anthony. Anthony helps Scooby-Doo solve a mystery. And Angelina discovers the ABCs on Sesame Street. This is from Jay's cousin. Goodnight Moon is a classic. But I probably have a couple versions of Goodnight Moon. So I'm going to keep this one. Oh, Mr. It is so funny. He is just being so sweet, and he's just having so much fun laying with all the books. Aren't you, Lumpy? Yeah. Oh, Jay gave me this whole pile. There's another Calvin and Hobbes. I don't know if that's worth anything, but I'm going to put that aside. We're going to look at Anthony's cookbook collection. He told me, Mom, do what you think. You know best. I happen to love Barefoot Contessa. I don't even know if these were Anthony's. I think I got most of these. So I think I might keep her books. This one cracks me up, Sopranos Family Cookbook. What we love about this one is that it gives you really huge servings, like how to cook for the whole family. It will give you something and then multiply it by like service for 20. I think we've done their sausage and peppers and onions, which isn't very complicated, but I know we've used that. Okay, Hello Cupcake, we can definitely donate. Everyday Italian, I never really got into Giada's book. It's good, but Kids Baking Williams-Sonoma. I'm going to show that to Marguerite for the kids that she nannies and for her grandchild. Okay, more American Girl. Frightful Halloweens we can get rid of. Essential Guide to Cake Decorating. My mom is a cake decorator. She's all the education I need. Black Dog Summer and the Vineyard. This is kind of cool. I have a friend who has a house on the vineyard. I wonder if she'd want that, but I'm going to donate. Vitamix. Oh gosh, the cookbook with my Vitamix. The thing about all the cookbooks is really everything is online. So unless it has sentimental value, Anthony had a cupcake business when he was in middle school. He was so damn cute. There was like a blog written on him because he was like the youngest at this like cupcake place. He would do a flavor every week. His best-selling cupcake, I think, was the, what was it? The Boston Cream. Emerald. Yeah, like Anthony loved Emerald. But I think as far as like what we would keep, see, he used to get cupcake books all the time. I think we bought this at a place in Sandwich. Let me take a peek at this. This is a good one. America's Test Kitchen. That's a good one. Honest Pretzels I can get rid of. I remember getting that. Kids Cookbook. This is a good one too. The Better Homes. The Magic of Peanut Butter. Hershey's. Oh, Anthony loved Buddy. We visited the original place in Hoboken, actually, which is totally commercialized now. We met some of the cast of Cake Boss. Cooking with Mickey. I don't think we ever got really attached to this. Oh, but this was Happy 6th Birthday, Anthony. Always go with your dreams. Keep cooking. Oh, that's from Family Friends. Might keep that. What's this? Toasts. I love like books that give you what's a good toast or how to write a nice thank you letter or things like that. I love little reference books like this. My husband's the toast giver in the family. I'll have to ask him about this. But look at that big pile we just got rid of. And this I probably will get rid of. What did I think about this Kids Baking? Oh, I'm going to show that to Marguerite. Actually, Marguerite can look at all of these, and my friend Kim, and anybody for that matter. Any of my friends. Come to my house, take some books. The Secret of the Ninja. Look at my donate pile. Okay, that wasn't so bad. Yes. Anthony, congratulations on being a new big brother. Oh, makes me want to cry. All right, got to keep that one. Getting rid of this Nutcracker. Angie used to be in the Nutcracker every year, so we have so many Nutcracker books. Also, I Spy was a significant part of our life. This is getting hard. Some of the stuff was really easy, but now I'm like, oh boy. All right, The Science of Hitting. I think my mom bought this for Rocco. I don't know that he ever read it, but I know it's supposed to be good. Organizing from the Inside Out. I actually read this book. I should reread it. To My Daughter with Love from my mom. Save that. Does anyone remember the Jolly Postman books? These were the sweetest. On every page there was a letter to open. Oh my God, my kids loved this. Loved this. There's the Jolly Postman, and then this is like a Christmas edition. This is so sweet. But I think I'm going to give this to Marguerite. I think this would be so sweet for her to read with her grandchildren. Look at me letting go. Who's proud? Sadly, I don't think Bill Murray's going to make the cut. Oh, this was an Amazon gift. Oh. Harry Potter, Journey Through the History of Magic. I might need clearance on this one. What else is over here? So many Santa Claus books. Okay, Slightly Odd America. We can get rid of that. This is a dance competition program. I don't know why I would need to save that. I probably will get rid of that. Dot to Dot Around the USA. Aw, I love you, Daddy. That one's sweet. May have to save that one. This book belongs to Angelina Bell from Meme and Nunu. We love you. Yeah, gotta keep that one. Disney Storybook Collection. We can let this one go, I think. My very first Winnie the Pooh. I think I'm keeping that. Whatever. Gone. Tropical Fish. Gone. Joy of Peanuts Christmas, 50 Years Holiday Comics. Okay, I have another pile. So far this is all I have committed to. These are like Jay's classics over here on the left. These are the Angelina Ballerina books, Where the Wild Things Are. The American Girl anthologies, just the hardcover. We used to love these little shadow books. This one is so beat up because we looked at it so many times with the kids. And that's it so far, Lumpy. It's still such a mess, but let's see. This is my donate pile right now. I would say we have a good 75 books over here if I had to guess. I'm going to keep counting. I'm going to take a dinner break. All right, here's my good friend Marg. She came over. We're going to dinner, so I'm going on a break. So let's see what you picked.
First one I saw was this, and I said, I love this book. And I said, does it have all the little things and everything? And she's like, Lori goes, yes. And I just said in my video, Marg would love this.
Yes.
And she was right.
I said, aren't you proud of me? I'm parting with this for the sake of Stella.
And my son said to me recently, you're a hoarder, and I'm going to bring all of these home, and he's going to say, and now you're just hoarding your friend's stuff.
That's why we get along so well.
I love them all. These are going to be so like at Christmas time.
Right? She got all the classics. And Marguerite is a
it.
teacher and a full-time nanny. Well, part-time, full-time.
Yes.
Been a nanny for many years.
So some of these will even like sit in my car, and I can read them.
Brown Bear. Brown Bear, what do you see?
What's this one?
She knows all the good ones.
The House that Jack Built. I don't know this one, but I have a son named Jack, so maybe that'll be his Christmas present.
Very appropriate.
Yes.
All right, should we go eat and drink wine?
Always, we should eat and drink wine.
So my original thought was to reduce the amount of books by one entire bookshelf. So there's 6 shelves on each bookcase. So 18 in total. So my goal is to basically leave 6 shelves available. I don't really have a rhyme or reason where I'm putting things right now. I think I'll go back in and maybe put like a little plant here or a frame or something to make it a little bit more decorative and a little bit more airy feeling. This is interesting because this book right here, Skill Streaming, I wrote my master's thesis on this book, and kind of brings back a lot of memories. I've come across a couple teaching resources. I mean, I have my paper that I wrote, so maybe I'll just keep that. This was a great score. You guys know I love journaling, daily pages, and this is a brand new moleskin notebook. Very happy about that. This is the diet my mom lost a lot of weight on, and it's like her Bible. And she's given away so many copies, and I did it for a short time. It's a little too strict for me, but she felt really good on this, so I'm going to give that back to Mom. And then this was a little recipe book that looked like was Anthony's, but then he didn't write any recipes in it. So I thought my mom might like that too, so I'm going to give this to her. These are some piles that I'm identifying to sell. I'm just adding to them. Some of you have seen comps for already, but like I have 3 Calvin and Hobbes books. So that might be like a $20 bundle. I have all these Ivy and Bean books. I found 3 of the English Roses. This had some value. I think I'm going to bundle these. And then we have a lot of these craft books that were like given to the kids that they just never used. So I don't know if those are worth anything. And these I'm going to ask my kids about because they were all really into these books. And the Elf on the Shelf I sell all the time. I don't know if it's going to be worth anything, just the book. But maybe. And yeah, still working. I really don't think that I'm going to have a complete picture here because I am heading to Maine. This was a huge undertaking, knowing I was going away. So it's Thursday morning and my mom and I are going to leave in about an hour and a half. I think right here, this whole row is American Girl. I have to figure out what I'm doing with those. Some of these smaller books, I really like some of the smaller mysteries. I might pull some of those out. I don't know, but I'm definitely getting rid of most of these, most of them, because these are all things I can buy again. That is something I keep saying to myself. Is this something you can't replace? If you wake up one day and feel like, why did I get rid of that? 99% of these, you saw a lot of the comps. I actually only put comps up on the screen for stuff that was really worth selling. Most of these books I can get secondhand for like $4. I mean, I could have it shipped to my house in a day if I really wanted it. So I keep saying that to myself over and over. The things that I'm struggling with right now is the whole thought of grandchildren and books that I love to read with my kids. These Usborne books are so nice. I mean, they're like little pillows, and the illustrations were just so good. And I had a friend who sold Usborne, I believe, and I used to get all these beautiful books. I kind of want to save those, like the Explore and Learn and the Ask Me Why. That was always such a joke. Ask me why I spent so much money on these books. These I Spy books, my kids loved. But then, honestly, they loved the online version. And I'm thinking, you know, they used to play I Spy online. I think I'm going to save the Usborne books because they are just so beautiful. I think I'm just going to continue with the boundaries of I want to leave an entire bookshelf open. So whatever fits, I will give myself that. And then if we get rid of, remember I said we had about 50 books that fit on one shelf times 6, that's 300 books that I'd be getting rid of, roughly. And all of these that I think, you know, make a couple $100 when they sell. And I'm decluttering. So a lot of good happening. I'm going to leave this because I'm gone for 2 nights. And this is mostly Jay's books. He did a first round, but I feel very hesitant to get rid of any. I know I'm keeping this. Oh, he said he wanted to keep the chess books too. This Francis Ford Coppola book. If you guys ever saw my dad, maybe you've seen some pictures of my dad, but he looked so much like Coppola. And we actually visited the winery in Napa. And one of the employees there made a comment to my dad when I lived out in San Francisco how much they couldn't believe he looked like Francis Ford Coppola, and both of their names are Francis. So that's why I have this book. But I swear there was a book, my dad probably has it. My mom will have to answer this question, but I'm pretty sure my dad got a signed book. But I think he bought it at the winery, and I think I just got this one because he looked so much like my dad. Why would I get rid of that? I don't know. Struggling. This picture, the quality is really poor, but it was always really special to me because this was one of our first outings as a family. Rocco was, probably weeks old. And we went to a park in a local town next door. And I set up the camera and took this picture, I'm sure. But it's just so sweet. And I love this picture so much. And this was in the bookshelf. And now I'm going to put it on display. That will take up some room. So it'd be nice to have something like this and then maybe a plant with some green cascading down, something pretty. What child in the 80s did not have Are You There, God? It's Me, Margaret. It looks like it's brand new. I must have bought it for Angie and, it didn't resonate with her. These are just a bunch of scholastic type books that I can part with. I have all these books. These are all the Ask Me Why series. A lot of people use them for homeschooling. And, I could probably get about $40 for all of these, but I probably spent about $300. So that's sad, but such is life. I think I'm going to let them go. Hi, everybody. So I am back from Maine. We had a great time with Rocco and my mom. You can see in back of me, I really still have my work cut out for me. It is Friday afternoon. This video is going to post tonight, probably around midnight. Thank God I attached a day of the week to this journey. By calling it Slow Fashion Friday, I could have picked any day, but because it's Friday, this just puts the fire under me every single week. If I hadn't done this, my Thrift cast, I love my Thrift cast. I love shooting those episodes. I wanted to do those weekly and life is just busy and I never get to them. They started out pretty strong. Now, since I started doing Slow Fashion Friday, I never get to them. So thank goodness that I have Friday attached to this because it really keeps me honest. It hasn't been as hard as I thought it was. There are books that we have really strong memories of and we're keeping them, and then there are books we don't and we're letting them go. I wanted to mention Where the Wild Things Are. I had 7 copies of this book. I already have 3 over in the donate pile and I already have 1 in the bookshelf, and then these are 2 more, 3, 4, so 6. It's just crazy. This was our favorite book. Anthony's second birthday was Where the Wild Things Are, and it was before there was any merch. It was before the movie, and I had to make everything by hand, but this is one of our absolute favorite books. I'm only keeping 1. Maybe I'll keep 2, the 2 hard copies, and get rid of 4 copies so somebody else can enjoy them. This is a sampling of what I'm getting rid of. Robert McCluskey is a local author. Blueberries for Sal is my favorite, so I kept that one. All these like little Scholastic, I Can Read. I'm not holding on to any of those unless they were really special. Mad Libs, no. So these are all the type that I'm letting go of. I almost kept this Snowman at Night. It's really in beautiful condition. But this might be one that I give to Kim for her Grammy shower. This type of stuff. Oh my gosh, Rocco used to do these NFL stickers when he was little, but that's all going. This, I think I'm going to end up selling some of this. Oh, this can be donated. I have a ton of Pokemon, all these Lego stickers, this Lego idea book, Harry Potter, Legos, everything Lego, Ninjago, Harry Potter, stickers, Star Wars. Some of these are incomplete, some aren't. I might keep this one. Maybe the hardcover ones I'll keep. The Harry Potter, this one, and Rocco loved the Ninjago. So this is kind of the decision making I'm going through. Like, okay, I don't need 2 Ninjagos. This one's hard copy, so I'll keep that one. All these Star Wars cookbooks, blueprints. I mean, we had very strong collections when the kids were little. I wonder where they got it from. I'm going to put these in the donate pile. Look at my donate pile. This is crazy. It's crazy how many books are over here. Like we're letting go of these Schultz books, Peanuts, but like, should I sell that as a bundle? These are the things I'm contemplating. I do have a section for all the things that I am going to sell. I was talking about my master's, the paper that I wrote. I guess it wasn't a thesis. It was like a case study, but this is it. Evaluating a multifaceted social skills program for students with emotional and behavioral disorder, a field study report, Masters of Arts, August of 2000. This is it. And this went with this book. So I decided to keep these. So my husband, Jay, played the guitar for many years. These are all music books. Johnny Cash, the 70s. Do you know I love Dave Matthews? I love Dave Matthews. So we have a couple of Dave Matthews things, the guitar handbook. These are all guitar things. I think these I could sell. Led Zeppelin, acoustic, another Dave Matthews. So these are all guitar things. This is my Mary Kay Color Select when I used to do like makeovers for Mary Kay. You guys want to laugh? My before and after. This looks like a glam shot. This was August 1997. But I did these things and then I would have, this is like somebody younger. How cute is she? These are all before and afters that I did on my clients. And I would match them to the color wheel. You know what's funny is I don't even remember half these people. I know I taught with this woman when I worked for San Mateo County. Oh, beautiful. Yeah, so I had so much fun doing like all these different looks with these colors. This is my college roommate, Joanna. Oh my God, so funny. It's my college diploma. I ended up finding more of these Calvin and Hobbes books, so definitely going to sell those as a lot. I found another Elf on the Shelf. It was like a Christmas activity book. So I think I will sell these together. We're almost ready for the reveal. I'm excited to share it with you. So many scrapbook things. This was a book I did called Toddler to Teen, where I took like one picture from each year. This is the problem with scrapbooking. I never really got around to finishing it. Like these are winter photos. There's the picture I talked about earlier. A couple other family shots in here. And this is just Anthony's book, like first day of school. Oh my God, look at how little they are. Summer pics, Red Sox game. These were 2 kids from London who stayed with us, who were soccer coaches when the kids were little, vacations. This is my favorite, Angie, Rocco, and me, all like the sibling shots. How cute. My little cuties. 4th of July. You see, this is where the book ended. All dressed up. These are my scrapbooks, and obviously keeping all of these. When I worked at American Girl, I used to run the book club. I started it at the store, and every time the girls would come, they would get a hole punch in their bookmark. And if they did the reading assignment, because we would feature a different doll each week, we would put a ribbon on. And then when they filled in the whole card, their whole bookmark, they would have like all these ribbons hanging from it. And then we would give them like a little prize. So I kept this because I thought that was a really fun thing that we did. It's done. I'm going to walk you through and give you a final walkthrough. I'm feeling really good. I'm only selling things that I can sell as lots. Actually, I couldn't find any other Garfield books, so that one might be out. So let's just say, for the heck of it, that every pile would be $20. Some are going to be more, some are going to be less. I have this like little Italian language pile. I found like 5 or 6 of the Madonna books, the English Roses. I'm going to do 2 $20 piles. Those are all American Girl. 1, 2, 3, 4. Those guitar books will probably go for more. There's like 8 in there, but we'll just say 5. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17 times 20. We're talking about maybe $300 here, 340. I don't know, could be ambitious, but we have to estimate somehow. So these are all of my sell books. This whole section is clean. I just wanted you to see that because that meant a lot to me. Those are the Legos. We are going to actually sell those. I have a couple old journals, things that the kids did in school. They aren't actually books. I feel like they belong in like a memory book. So those are kind of like kid things. Now let's go see what we're donating. These are all of the books that we're donating, plus the ones I gave to Marguerite. Look at this stack. I counted one stack. Granted, it was the tallest. Don't mind my little beam here. But this stack on the left, there were 54 books on this stack. A couple cookbooks in there, Star Wars, encyclopedias, Escape the Room. 54 in that pile. So I have to believe there's like a good 250 to 300 books in this pile, I would say. I mean, even if you go 50-50, that's 100, maybe another 100 here and over here. I mean, even 200. All of these books that we are donating, giving them to my friend who's going to be a grandmother. Maybe I'll donate some to the local library. I have friends who work in the school system, so I will definitely look into donating to a school. But oh my gosh, my bookcase can breathe again. And now, for the moment we've all been waiting for. It's not perfect. It's not HGTV, but I am so happy with my bookcase. Oh my gosh. I ended up putting a lot of the things that I pulled out on display, like our family picture, my college diploma, some paper mache elephant that one of the kids did. This was some more artwork from the kids. That is a picture of the Painted Ladies from San Francisco. We lived out there for a few years. My Mrs. Tata plaque in front of all the book series that I have. And I'll give you a walkthrough of what everything is. This was the only thing I pulled from upstairs because I wanted some green. This was mine and Jay's holiday picture before we had kids when we lived in San Francisco. It's just really nice. I decided that instead of leaving 6 empty shelves, I liked the balance of it by putting like some books with a picture. It felt better to me. And in fact, I kind of want to fill the bottom in, these two over here. And if it's driving anybody crazy that I mixed some of the shelves, I'm sorry, but we really liked this funky one in the middle when we bought it at IKEA, but there was only one. So in order to kind of tie it all together, we thought we would mix some of the shelves, and this is what we came up with. So let's do a quick tour, and then we'll say goodnight. So I may have shown some of this earlier, but these are all the Angelina Ballerina books right here. Very, very special to us. Family photo. Jay came down before I started filming today on Friday, and he did another round, which was really, really helpful. So these are all of Jay's classics. You know, he's got a lot. He's got his Carlos Castaneda books, War and Peace. He's got 2 copies of War and Peace. I don't think he realizes that. But generally speaking, so good. Over here, we have some of our memories. Walt Disney World, 20 years, 20 magical years. He kept his Cliff Notes. He mentioned this earlier. This was a phone book when Jay studied in Italy from the town that his family is from. This is what he took as a souvenir. His chess books that we kept. We kept most Greek mythology books because Jay's into that. This is all I kept for the cookbooks. Anthony actually just gave Jay that one on the left, the national parks. These are all the photo albums. I gave you a little glimpse of the photo albums, tried to put them in some order of color. I ended up keeping all of these American Girl books. These are all of the mysteries and the like spin-off stories that aren't the original 6 stories that are in the anthology up above. And over here on the right, these larger books, those are the friend books. So each of the main dolls for a while, like Kit had a friend named Ruthie, Felicity had a friend named Elizabeth. I love how I talk about these fictional characters like they're real. But they all had their own book that wasn't included in the anthology. And I don't know. The books look so pretty on a shelf and I love them. So I'm going to hold on to those for a while. These are more of the traditional books that Jay kept. I kind of wanted this shelf to be, I don't know, the one that kind of looked uniform with the nice jackets and things like that. These are all of the Usborne books that I said were so pretty. I kept this whole series. They're so beautiful. Then we also saved Diary of a Wimpy Kid. Those were Anthony's favorites. Magic Treehouse, I would say, were more Rocco and Angelina, and then all the American Girl books. Then over here we have like all of the kids' special books. The ones that were special to us, the ones we loved reading to them, ones that were given to us from family members so that they have a letter inside. So this is kind of the sentimental section. We got it down to just 2 rows. At the end, I was debating some, like, should these stay, should they go? And then I had room on the shelf. So I said, you know what? I'm just gonna fill the shelf. And we still even have room to put a couple more. Up here, I called this like kind of my preteen row. Like we have some of the Harry Potter books. I know we have the whole Harry Potter series upstairs in some of the kids' bedrooms. This I thought was so sweet. Angie read this book, Paper Towns, and look at all the little Post-it notes and notes she put in here. And I just couldn't part with this. I thought this was awesome. So I kept that. And then the book Wonder, you know, the Hunger Games, this whole series. We have so many of the children's books. I wanted to have a little nod to their preteen years. But this is it. Here is my bookcase. And I will be honest, we have a lot of work to do. We have a lot of books to list, and we have all 200 to 300 books to donate tomorrow. But this is my finished product. Lumpy, what do you think? Does it look good? Lumpy likes it too. It just makes me so happy with all of the books that I'm donating that I know that other kids are going to enjoy those books. That has been a little hidden benefit to clearing things out. It really has. Okay, crazy boy, are you all done? If you enjoyed this video, let me know in the comments. Subscribe if you want to follow my journey of Slow Fashion Friday and my weekly Declutter Friday video. Thank you guys so much for being here. I'll see you soon in a new video.